Hey guys, how you doing? I'm trying to recover from a candy coma. I ate too many Twix bars. Oh, they were so good. You got to do that one day a year. Today is Halloween. Happy Samhain, happy Halloween. Whatever you celebrate, happy day to you. I'm sure by the time I post and share this video, it will be past Halloween because I'm pretty comfortable just chilling here right now, actually. Yeah. I've got my journal handy, and I have spent much of the day in spiritual space, which I really do appreciate and I'm very grateful for. I've worked with some new divination tools, which are tools, psychic tools used for readings, for insight, for energetic connection, and pretty excited about that. I should do some videos for you guys about that. So one, I'll tell you about one, okay? So I got what is considered the Ogham, and it's a Celtic tree wisdom way to do a reading. And it's actually, you get these staves. They're a bunch of sticks from different trees. There's like 15 different trees. There's 20 different total tree-like, because there's vines and stuff too. There's like 5 different vines or things like that too. But there are, and then there are these really cool symbols that are carved into them. And each symbol represents a letter, and the letters put together as picts, P-I-C-T-S, create like poetry or a message or that kind of a thing. Now, that's not how I'm using them. I'm using them right now in just the very beginning stages because I'm really drawn into the Celtic history or the Celtic mysticism. I definitely have that connection. I've had it ever since I became psychic. And in fact, one of my first guides was a woman from my time in Ireland, way back when it was all forest and beautiful, lush green forest and all that. And so I have always had a pull toward that. And there's been so much in the psychic world and in the spiritual development world. Lots of talk in the last year or two about ancestry, and it's like this new trend is ancestry, which is interesting to me because the trend a couple of years before that was all about like cosmic and star energy. And so that's almost like future wisdom and future knowledge, and now it's like past knowledge, past understanding our past, And I'm like, I think it's because right now, for this time that we're in 2020, it's like there is a need to understand our history in order to not repeat it. So I'm hoping that this trend toward ancestors and ancestry and lineage isn't about taking on old personas or old identities, but more so to take that rich cultural, spiritual, mystical energy and incorporate it into our current lives. So rituals that bring us just a deeper sense of connection and support, and really just help to serve our energy in ways that are just amplifying our wellness and our connection and the support of Earth and the planet that we're on here and now. And so, so I had a session, it's almost a month ago now, in October, early October. And that's when I really reconnected with my Celtic. It's like it's kind of a mix of like shaman because of the animal totems. I'm feeling those vibes. I've always felt those vibes. And the earth, the trees, I've always felt the tree energy. Oh, I've always loved the willow tree. Oh, loved him. And the birch trees. Oh, love the birch trees. And the evergreens. We have cedars in our backyard, red cedars. If you've seen some of my other vlogs, you know that I love them. I talk about them as our wisdom trees, and that there's a grove of like 5, or I think there's 5 of them, and they kind of form a little bit of a half circle toward our house, like a protective boundary, like a fence. And I've always, at times when I've like struggled with my kids or been worried about my children, I'm like, oh, they're protecting my family. The trees, the red cedars really feel like they're protecting the family. And so I've always felt that. So now that I'm learning a little more through the Oghams about the individual trees and what the spiritual medicine is from those trees and what the guidance is, the wisdom is from those trees, it's really enlightening, but it's deep. There's a lot of information there. And so I ordered on Etsy online a group of oghams, which is all of those different trees, and it's actually a branch from each of the trees, and then gently carved into it is the I'm trying to remember what they're called. I don't remember if the actual symbol is called a pict, Picts, and then a bunch of picks lined up together is writing, or if it's the lining up together, that's called a pict. I'm not sure exactly. I don't recall the terminology yet because I'm not like big into that really anyway. I want to be respectful, of course, but I love them. Like, and I had them, they were made in England, the United Kingdom. They came from like the UK, and they just felt so good ever since I got them. I'm like, who would have thought that like tree branches would make you so happy? But I'm like, they just feel like old friends, like a party with people that everybody's wearing their jammies. Nobody cares what my house looks like. We're just hanging out, having a great time together, and just casual. That's how they feel to me. So it's so nice. Isn't that cool? So again, it's called Oghams. If you're interested in looking that up, check it out on YouTube. There's a gal that I've been following that gave me information that I was able to get information about from, and her channel is, let me see if I can remember the name of it. The Truth in Story. The Truth in Story. So The Truth in Story, a YouTube channel, and her name is Kelley. And so she just feels good. She's like a researcher type of personality, but she's very familiar with different tarot decks. She's also an artist. It's very obvious. She's an artist, very obvious. She has her own deck, which is the second new tool that I purchased because I was drawn to it. I was like, wow, what's this? What deck are you using? And I sent her an email and asked her, and she responded, oh, thank you, that's mine. I'm like, it is. I need it. It's awesome. So I have to share with you guys that also. I love it when you just kind of stumble across things that just lift your spirits and just restores your faith in the spirituality of humanity. So I'll have to, actually, you know what? You can see a picture on my Bridgette Inspired Instagram and Bridgette Inspired on Facebook, where I took a picture today of the staves, so my oghams, and the my ogham, I guess. The ogham would be considered the whole deck, I guess, or the whole group of staves, which are the sticks. And then I have the new card deck just kind of spread out, and then my newer journal, not this one. I'm going to use this one up here pretty soon. I'm getting close to the end of it. And so when there's a new kind of Wheel of the Year, which is another Celtic thing, which actually I've been so into the Wheel of the Year for about 5 years, just the whole idea of it and the different holidays and the different ways to celebrate the turn of the wheel or the way the year changes in a different way. I have been using the moon cycles for many years now anyway, but this whole concept of integrating Wheel of the Year is pretty great. I've drawn the circle with the 8 parts forever. In fact, I thought about that's one of the tattoos for my foot. my feet. I'm going to tattoo my feet with different kind of symbols like that. I only have one so far, but I'm going to get other ones. And that's one of my symbols that I want on my foot. And so I'm like, hey, I didn't even know that necessarily it was Celtic. Like I thought it was, I thought it was like pagan, but I didn't realize it was like a Celtic thing necessarily. I guess I didn't really make that connection. And because when I learn about spiritual stuff or new things that are introduced to me, it's because I'm called into it, not because I'm looking around trying to find something to focus on next, or trying to learn because I have like known like a baseline of nothing kind of a thing. I just feel like when things come into my life, they have meaning and purpose, and I do my best to give space for that, whatever it might mean, whether it's just passing through an idea, might be a day, a week, a month, or if it's something that's actually going to kind of integrate and become part of my practices or part of my toolkit. And so the Wheel of the Year is something that's interesting to me, and I'm interested in that. And that's a piece that is a part of this whole Celtic kind of mystic heritage that I have, I guess you could say. And so I got another journal, which you guys, in this video, in all my videos, I always link my journals. I have 3 of them that I love. One that I've already used up. This is the second one. And then I have a third one that's coming that I'm going to start on the new Wheel of the Year, which is in November. I'm going to start that. Then in the middle, it'll be like, I think this will probably be done maybe by the middle of November. It might be closer to Thanksgiving. Then I'll switch into the new journal. And then I have another one that I just got too from, wow, this video is like all over the place, but it's about a lot of tools, about tools and cool stuff that I'm exploring and working with, keeping things interesting, keeping things moving, flowing, and positively inspired things. And so I ordered a new journal to do a review on for you for the holidays, because I do a gift giving video, a video with unique gifts, and I wanted to get different price ranges and things for that video. And so I ordered a different journal, and it's a little bit smaller than this, but it has the same kind of texture and quality. And I love the journals that have the little ribbons in them. You see the ribbon that you can use as that's like the bookmark. I love that. I just love that. And I like them when they're a little bit textured like that. And I like them when they're bound, not spiral, but bound. I just like their book. I love that. Oh, it just feels so special that when you're writing, and communicating that way. So yeah, so Oghams, I'm going to spell it for you. It's Ogham. Ogham, I believe. I don't think the H is before the A. I think it's Ogham. So some people say Oghams, but it's really pronounced Ogham. So yeah, and I'm in love with them, you guys. I totally love them. They're just cool, but there's a lot of info that comes with them. So I've been trying to I did a reading today. It took about an hour and for myself, and to kind of go through them and understand what the tree meant, what the symbol meant, there was a lot of, like, it's so much wisdom. It's so much wisdom. So I'm like, it's not like just an oracle card or something, because it's like filled with centuries of wisdom and different times, different tribes, different cultures, different vibes. I mean, just, oh gosh, just pretty amazing, actually. Just such like an encyclopedia, and so it takes a long time to work with just one. So one of the exercises I've been doing also is just drawing one out, pulling one out, and then just holding it and meditating with it and feeling into it and getting some initial information and writing it down, and then looking up what the traditional kind of code words or keywords are for that particular tree wisdom and what the meaning is for that Ogham. And so it's been something that is interesting to me. I've really been enjoying it very, very much. So those are some things I'll have to share with you. The Ogham, and a little bit about that, and do a video about that, and this deck from The Truth and Story. It's called the Journey Deck, and I'm going to share that with you. I'll do a whole video about that, and it's pretty awesome. I've only done one reading with it, and I'm like, I love this. I love this. Super easy to interpret, a variety of different ways of interpreting it. The cards themselves are an unusual shape. They are like are they a hexagon? They are like such a beautiful, they're so unique, and they're really easy to use, and you don't need like a big book. But there's this gorgeous book that I actually ordered, because you can order the book separately. You get a PDF of the book when you purchase it, the card deck, but because it's a self-published deal, you can also get a link. You get a link to actually have the book actually printed for you if you choose to do that. And I chose to do that. And so the deck was like $40 and for itself. And I'll show it to you. I'll show you it all. And then I ordered the guidebook, which was $10 plus $4 shipping. So it's like $14. So that's like a $54 investment total. And I think it's awesome. I like it. So far, I like it. We'll see. I'll keep using it. It was really easy to do the reading. It was so easy, but it was right along the lines of stuff that I interpret. You know what? I'm just remembering something. I have to do a energy forecast today. I have a client that I do one for monthly, and it slipped my mind. It's been so busy the last couple of days I had a group yesterday and clients all week and all that, and with Halloween today and Samhain today, I totally slipped my mind. I have to do that. I'm gonna have to go do that. Go record her audio for her energy forecast. I gotta go do that, you guys. So great talking to you. I hope you're doing well, and I look forward to sharing some more about the cool stuff that I've been working with, the new tools I've been working with on here at Fairy Grasshopper channel on YouTube. Thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe to the Fairy Grasshopper channel so you never miss a new video, and so that I know that you're here, so I can feel you when I am doing a card reading, and I include you and your energy in that community card reading also. Thanks for being here. Have a good day.